Well, now you're live. Stop crying.
Stop crying. Continue to take the shirt off. Welcome back, everyone, as we step foot into Lemoore and rejoin our party who had just secured the Royal Spire in the name of the old Empire, Utica. In the course of doing so, they made an ally with the Guardian Administrator Haunt of the Spire, by the name of Thankful Fireheart, a former administrator tasked with overseeing all of the administrative stuff. After securing the Spire, you guys went and talked to Friendly, and it sounded like some of you guys were interested in becoming Buchanan Bannermen, so that way you have essentially patronage officially with the Cerebrum Sierra. Therefore, if something happens to you guys, people move against you, you have a fellowship to. Additionally, he gave you. He's going to give you essentially domain over the town for having several of you become Buchanan. So, with that,
real quick, Andrew, are you listening to the live stream?
No, I've had my mic muted, so if you're hearing an echo, it's not me.
No, I'm wondering if you're hearing the same thing I am. On the live stream, it feels like it's picking up a different mic from Josh. Like it's really quiet and like tinny.
I don't have the live stream pulled up. I only have the chat pulled up, so I do not hear the live stream.
I have the regular.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah, do you have your webcam mic picking up or the boom mic picking up for the YouTube stream?
Yeah, that was my curiosity because Josh sounds good in Discord, but on that he doesn't sound good.
Well, you should be hearing him from me, right? Not
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
Okay, I just switched it to being.
So we're good now?
Hopefully.
Did that
It'll
change
take
anything?
It'll probably take a few seconds for it to catch up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let us know in a few seconds if it's still awful, I guess.
Yeah, thanks for flagging.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you guys, basically you guys were requested to report back to the Spire in a couple of days, but kind of at this point, given the fact that you guys had kind of made this head nod towards Friendly, you had expressed the intent to start hiring some of the flotsam and to task them with cleaning up the spire itself, as a lot of it had fallen into disrepair. So, as previously mentioned, that's going to cost about 100 gratitude, which you guys have with the flotsam action. And basically, they will not only clean up and get the tower into service, but also staff it. So that process, though, is like going to take a couple of days. Like, you guys need to go out into the streets and like go door to door and talk to the people that you know in order to do this. Obviously, it's not something that you guys need to necessarily role play that whole process. But a few days will pass, and in that time, you can recover all strain and all health.
Ooh, strain and health.
Yeah. So we'll say like maybe 4 or 5 days pass in that time. Let's see. And so as you guys finish making your rounds, it's time to report back to the Royal Spire. But in that 4 to 5 day window,
Did you guys have anything that you wanted to do outside of that?
So I would guess, or I would suggest that Nash is helping find people and then also helping with like doing heavy moving in the tower during that time.
Okay. How is Wretch spending that time?
I would like to look for some supplies.
Okay.
Though I don't know if we're too close to a different shopping time where you're like, nah, don't go shopping again. But
No.
if there's ever
No, you're good.
opportunity, I'm always looking for stamina potions.
No, that's absolutely fine. I'm just gonna need a streetwise check from you to see if you can find stamina potions.
It's not looking good. Literally nothing.
All right. You get one roll for each day if you wanted to peruse.
I have ranks in Streetwise.
He gets quote unquote stamina potions.
Some guy sold them to me. Just some guy.
What kind of
Whatever.
stamina?
Someone steals the potions you currently have.
No. All right. Do you want me to try for the second day now or wait?
Yeah. You can spend however many days you want. If you want to keep a couple days in hand, you can roll like 2 more days worth if you want.
I'll roll 1 more day's worth. I'll only dedicate 2 days to this project. All right. Hey, that's a 1. That is a 1 and nothing.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You find a stamina potion for 50.
Yeah.
There's actually a sports tournament going on in town right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's getting
They're just
stamina.
down in them.
All right.
More than likely, something went foul and turned a whole stash bad. Knowing Lamar.
Then I'm sure with all the construction stuff, people are gonna get hurt. So I'll help tidy up construction areas and then be a first aid tent for people who like put a nail through their hand or something.
Sure. Ilya?
Probably gonna stamina potions.
Okay. Go
Oh,
ahead.
he was the one buying all the stamina potions.
Yeah, let's see. Go ahead and give me a streetwise check.
I'd also like to find out if there's a way for me to increase my strain threshold. Oh, 3 and 1.
You can by spending XP, as a matter of fact.
What's XP?
Oh, what's
I
that?
have XP?
I don't know. Did you have any spend XP?
Not for grit, no.
No.
Or whichever one it is. I have 10 grit and 9 toughened.
There's really
Oh,
no
yeah,
way
so then,
outside of
yeah,
abilities to up your strain.
Unless you get like some sort of enchantment or something like that, but you already have really powerful enchantments. Probably all filled up on that. Anyways, so you find 3 stamina potions at 50 silver each. I will say with your advantage, you'll get a boost die if you hunt for a different potion.
Hell yeah.
And that was just your first day. How else would you like to spend your time?
Well, it's only been a couple days, but we wanted to have the one corporation look into a cure for Cinder.
Yep.
I was going to check in with them, well, about the Buckums anyway, after this 5 or 6 day stint.
Yeah, I'd like to join Bull doing that, or Nash.
Yeah, so you guys can check in with Friendly at the spire. who will swear you guys in, and then you can make your requests for what kind of meetings you would like to hold with him.
Well,
He can get you guys an audience with the executives.
Well, I was referring to that bribe or donation that I gave to one of the two. It was either ammo or the other one before we went into the tower.
Yeah,
About checking on the Buckums.
It was the farms. Off the top of my head, Bushman Farms, that you had gotten to basically send a group to go and assist the local militia there to help deal with the Blades of Azrael.
I like how you corrected yourself when you're just talking to the DM and no one can hear you. But my bribe, donation.
Well, no, it was definitely a bribe, but I worded it as a donation. Because I met with somebody from our past. I'm like, hey, here's a platinum or two. Can you check in on the Buckums to see what kind of legality issues are happening there with their tenders?
Yeah, you had convinced Ida, Spark, and Gem at Ammo to get Patio Flurry to go to the Buckums and work with them because with Drayden, because Patio Flurry was already running the
Supplies?
Yeah, the supplies back and forth for treating the Black Spot. So they were already kind of like a militarized unit. So that is currently in process. But first, why don't you guys?
Yeah, like I said, after this 5 or 6 days is when I would check in on that.
Okay, so at this point,
Could I have a shot or no? Sorry.
Yep, I was right about to. So I was just gonna let you know since you stepped away.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to go talk to Friendly and arrange the meetings with the scientists that were working on the Cinder Cure.
Okay.
But first, we're going to do the other stuff with Friendly. So, if there's anything else you would like to do, now would be a good time to bring those up.
Emery was just super excited about, the robot ghost. And all of her, her or it or whatever's, stash of knowledge in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
So should be completely consumed trying to, search through that information, to maybe...
Not the forbidden knowledge!
Who said it was forbidden?
That's forbidden.
Wretch.
Yeah. Sounds like something I'd say.
Reds already took forbidden knowledge from me. This is this is different, okay?
He already took drugs away from me because drugs are bad, but I got different drugs, so these are good.
Yeah, he didn't tell me no
I
yet.
got
I'm already
different
doing
drugs while he wasn't around.
Not everything that goes into my mouth is bad, all right? Some of it's food.
Hey, food is bad.
it.
Got him.
Yeah, so you can go talk to Thankla, and at first she is very, very upset about all the flotsam in and out of the buildings and whatnot, and so she specifically capitulates to none of them in my library, no one in the basement, right? Just you, sort of thing. So there's a tentative thing there, and obviously 2 in the basement to help safeguard that is the 2 devils, the 2 greater devils.
Yeah.
And so there's probably a good idea would be to tell the flotsam probably not to go down there.
Yeah. Yep.
No admittance except for on party business.
Exactly.
So yeah, you can spend some time down there and go ahead and give me a knowledge people roll. Give me 2.
You alright over there, bud? Aggressive.
Knowledge people. I guess I don't have any points in that. I just have a big brain.
How can you have an innate knowledge of people?
I have knowledge, people.
Oh, not me. 3-2.
3 and 2, and then roll one more time.
5 and 1.
Okay. So you quickly learn that all of the book spines are the year of the age, abbreviated. So going through, you find very quickly, this is the age of derivation, and this is comments about something going on in the age of borders, and so on and so forth as you're looking through the different books. And you find several kind of odds and ends, different things that jump out to you. First thing that you come across is a book on the some of the dwarves. In the year of 3,752 of the Age of Derivation, the Urudrite dwarves are exiled and break away from the Keligir dwarves. You find out later on, way later on, while you're perusing through books. Some of them appear to be detailed notes that Thankla has made of like her own life and her own goings and goings on in the old world. That she sealed the tower in the year 485 of the Age of Awakening, as Utica representation fell away from the old world. You find it also that Thankla was able to deduce that Grimnod moved in much later in the 6th year of the Age of Commerce, which would have been about 1769 of the Age of Machination. So you get a date that Grimnod actually moved in the...
That before or after? Was that before the tower was sealed then?
This is much later. So,
Okay.
you are able to determine also that she is, even after all communication, like any interactions with the tower were, like after all of those are all done, she continued to watch. She watched Lamore with her many different scientific eyes that she had built and mounted on the outside of the spire throughout the years.
Cool.
You learned how A and B got their break. It was through the discovery of the law of dysphoria and the fallacy of parts in kind. And that was in the year 115 of the Age of Borders, also known as the year 5962 Age of Derivation.
I'm gonna have trouble remembering any of it.
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, you learned a whole bunch of tidbits here and there. You also learned of a time where Lamore was actually tithing to Glacial, a different dragon that had come and dominated the area.
Oh, okay.
And that would have been in year 283 of the Age of Borders. 1719 to 1769 of the Age of Machination. You're able to deduce, then, that this dragon, Glacial, since Lamore was tithing to it, that abruptly ended, and then the year that they started tithing to Grimnod. So you can deduce that Grimnod pushed this other dragon out or killed it.
Sure. Interesting. Or maybe Glacial just changed their name, and that's it. And nothing bad happened.
Mm-hmm. She's got extensive notes that you see on Mastercraft technology. She got very, very curious about that. And in fact, the integration between organics and mechanical equipment is very clearly how she built this tower. So this tower is made from technology from Mastercraft Tectonics, which is also the company that effectively caused the black spot.
Uh-huh.
Dun dun dun.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah. And so, yeah, you spend a couple of days down there rooting around, and yeah, you're able to find out that essentially you're able to. I think I put the effects in the notes on Roll20 the other day. Maybe I didn't. No, I did not. Okay, I'll put it in there. So you are effectively now with the tower in your guys' control. Let's see here. It's above this. Okay, there we go. Copy. You get access to a bunch of Utica maps that you had found in the archives. They give you 4 boost on finding old ruins or quick passage throughout the old world. Additionally, the spire itself gives you some basic effects.
Where did you put it?
It's in the chat of Roll20.
Oh, Roll20 chat. Okay.
While at the spire, you get on all knowledge and social skill checks 4 boost dice. And if you're in her science workshop, you get 4 boost dice for mechanics and biomancy checks of any kind. Also, you get the benefits of... I forgot to put this in there. You get the benefits of a hot meal and a warm bed, which are in the cheat sheet. Basically, you get a boost die the entire next day, and you heal an additional health every night.
Cool.
Okay. So as you guys all make your way into the tower, it is eventually time for you to, for those of you interested, to swear allegiance to the Buchanan band. Friendly has taken up shop in Thankla Firehawk's old quarters, and you guys are given quarters along with the staff on the second floor of the the third floor of the main building. The first and second floors are where all the business happens, meetings and that such. So who comes to be inducted by Friendly?
I do.
Nash will.
Me too.
Okay. He looks at you folks as he stands up from his desk. And there's 4 seats of like those really old, fancy leather upholstered chairs sitting in front of the his office quarters there. It is very rare that I have an opportunity to induct new recruits. I have to say, I am very proud of each and every one of you. You've earned this moment. He walks over to a closet and proceeds to pull out a set of cloaks and he throws them over his arm as he walks over and opens a drawer on his desk and pulls out a fistful of brooches and sets them on the desk.
No one told me there were free cloaks.
Shutting the
You can have my cloak.
shutting the small drawer. He goes, all right. Who will go first?
I'll do it. I'll go first.
He goes, Neil, he walks over and goes, Ilya, Neil. Do you swear on your humanity that you shall honor all life endowed with thought, be they of leavened blood or bereft of appeal?
Yes.
Do you swear on your ancestors? We are all guests, that you shall uphold the laws of chivalry and hold your kith and kin accountable to the great ideals.
Yes.
Do you swear on your courage? You shall rise against the predations of the profane and their thralls, even if it means your death.
Yes.
Ilya, swear on your memory. You will safeguard all collective knowledge. We will not repeat the mistakes of our forefathers, and we will not doom our kin to continuous infancy.
Yes.
Lastly, swear to the gods known and unknown. You shall seek their guidance and strength, and you shall add to it.
I swear.
He puts the cloak around your shoulders, grabs the brooch, and as he pins it in place, so is the oath sealed. You are sworn not to the crown nor coin, but to the living tapestry of all sapient beings. Let their deeds echo through the ages of all dwelling, and bring glory to Utica. You may rise.
I rise and stand back with my compatriots.
Friendly looks at the other two. Walking over to Emery, who has made eye contact.
Oh no.
Emery Neal.
Alrighty. She kneels.
Throws the cloak about your shoulders, holding the brooch. Swear on your humanity. You shall honor all life endowed with thought, be they of leavened blood or bereft of appeal.
I swear.
He continues through
Yeah.
the ritual,
Perfect.
and with that seals your cloaks. Bull, you continue through with this, yes?
Nash does
So,
continue through
yeah.
with it, but
I will never be able to recover from that.
he is currently wearing a cloak, so he just kind of like puts his hands out in front of him to drape the cloak over his hands, and then says various forms of "I do" in broken common.
These cloaks mark you as a Buchanan Bannerman. They give you brotherhood within our group, and they give you, what's the word I'm looking for? Not endorsement, but it's a synonym to endorsement. And they sanction your actions. But more importantly, is not the gifts or the rewards, but the burdens that come with this. And the three of you have shown that you are willing to take on those burdens, even if there is no one to pay you for it. I mark you as Bannermen, but That is because it has been realized that that is what you have been for probably a long time. I'll take you to reintroduce you to your brethren, your kith. And he takes you back to the rest of the circus troupe that
No, we joined the circus.
I
That was
keep
not what I
forgetting
thought I
he's running
signed
a
up for.
circus.
He goes, as you know, the Belicio Accentere is a fun circus facade. But each and every one of these folks here is a Buchanan Bannerman. And he introduces you again to the Draken Bar Maltier, the shape-shifting Jotun, the Cerberus, that is his friendly companion, is actually curled up in his office, by the way. Massive thing, named Medodius. He introduces you again to the illusionist witch Zanzibar, the Leonin that works for him, named Chai. Clara, you already knew. There's a witch of winter named Frenelda. And there are a pair of Jotun named Tofty and Odar that you guys have met multiple times at the front gates or any sort of area that they were guarding. So these are all folks that give you warm welcomes. Even the witches of winter, and kind of regale you guys with some of the stories of some of the escapades they've done as they have traveled throughout the old world, attempting to restore some semblance of decency to the land.
Some housekeeping real quick while it's fresh on my mind. Do the cloaks do anything for us other than insignia?
So because I wanted to leave you guys with the whatever enchantment stuff that you guys already have going on, they either function, if you have no cloak, they'll function as a standard cloak in the Genesis gear, or you can just use whatever cloak you're currently wearing, and it will be effectively embroidered with the appropriate symbolism to mark you.
That's what I was going to ask about, because if there was anything special about the cloak, I would maybe keep it, but my thermal cloak I would just have embroidered with the proper insignias.
And what some people will do too is they'll have multiple cloaks, and this one is you can get it as a thin cloak that can go under your kind of normal riding cloak. The reason why you would do that is you might not necessarily want to advertise all the time of what you are, but you can pull back your original cloak and have that be your sheriff's badge, so to speak.
Well, then I guess for aesthetics, my thermal cloak will still be on my back, but you know how sometimes they have a small cloak that hangs off of one arm over their shoulder?
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's what I would do with the other one on my right shoulder.
Yeah. So you guys are effectively cowboy federal marshals. Is kind of the most transferable way of thinking about it, right? You're in a lawless land with the vague idea of having some sort of jurisdiction that supersedes local authorities. But you have no backup, generally speaking. So it's people's, you're relying on people having a communal sense of duty to be able to actually follow through with those. But really, it's larger things like companies and cities that are oh shit, if we kill this person, someone somewhere with better ties is gonna, shit's gonna rain down upon us. Bandits or something like that might not give a shit.
Sure. That's cool, though.
Yeah.
What color are they?
Oh, I want to say they're light blue.
So in chivalry, what does that stand for? Anything?
No. And
Okay.
the laws of chivalry apply to... Let me see here.
I know yellow means no harm, because that's the color of the cloak that I have.
Yeah. I think built out all of the different... Yeah, because in the Laws of Chivalry, most of the cloaks, it's the symbol that tells you it's the kith mark. All right, so you have your kith, which is like who are you associated with, which is usually a city, and then kin is obviously if you're an orc or a dwarf or something like that. So.
So are we going to throw a welcoming party?
You guys, I mean, Clara would definitely suggest to do that. Being circus people, they would love to do that, and obviously the Flotsam would love to get in on that as well.
I mean, it's been a while since we've partied.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. I'm not saying we have to, but just like a quick one-night thing.
No, I like it. I like it.
This is probably the point where Friendly says that he will go ahead and arrange a meeting with the. One second. I have so many tabs in the phone. With Orion for Jean, to make sure that she updates you guys on the cure. But before that, are you guys or are you not going to meet with Sigbalot? Try to meet with him.
We'll do it as long as they throw us a party. No.
Sigbalot being
Well, I'm assuming the swearing in happened like late morning, early afternoon. I would assume we would have time for that before festivities.
Oh yeah, this is all like over the course of a week.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'd be interested in that. I don't know if anyone's opposed, but
I don't really know that I would have a reason to be there, seeing as I only understand 50% of spoken language. Most of the time, unless you need a bodyguard.
yeah, I mean, it's always good to have you standing in a corner with big muscles, angry face. You know.
That's what I do.
Well, I am curious as to should your friend Wretch be involved? And how about you, Ilya?
Not really interested in a party, but we're supposed to meet with a guy.
These conversations about the party and about the meeting are getting blurred together. Are we
We're
partying with
talking about the
Sigbalot
meeting
and
right
meeting
now.
with the staff?
Yeah, we want to meet with Sigbalot, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about right now.
Oh, then, yeah, that, yep.
And how about your friend?
Mhm.
Valuable in the meeting? No? Yes? Okay. I will see what I can do to pull some strings. No hard set date yet. We'll see what he has to say about coming to the Spire. But Clara's already so pumped to have this festivity set off. So I think that is probably going to be tonight. Yeah, there's no way that we're getting through the whole night with her jazzed up the way she gets about parties. I'm certain that she'll wake you all in the middle of the night if it comes to that. So with that, you guys spend the rest of the day cleaning up the place. We'll say it's like day 3 at this point. The main first floor has been cleared right out the gates, so there's this huge area for dancing, and the Draken flies up and has been lighting the chandeliers and hanging up silks and all of the above. Even members of Diala's court come by to help throw off beautiful beautiful music for the party, and Even Thankla gets in on it and manages to. They use like a few color filters on some of her lighting gems, and use that to help get some of the display up and running. So it's a very festive evening where all walks of life, whether they be Norns or Orcs, some higher class working company men come to the thing, but it's predominantly populated with the Flotsam, who never really get an experience like this. The food is fantastic, predominantly potluck, however, because of this being predominantly paid for through gratitude. But Friendly opens up the coffers a little bit as the night goes on. There's some people are asking for, like the witch is making snowmen and whatnot for people using her Witch of Winter abilities, etc. too, and even Medotius makes an appearance and is predominantly tame and is allowing folks close enough to be able to at least pet him. So, how do you guys spend that evening?
So Nash shows up like Conan the Barbarian dress. So he's like only got his loincloth on, and then his new cape is like hanging off of his one arm. And he's like unusually pumped because it's been so long since we've been able to just relax. So he's gonna have like a decent buzz going on all night. And he's also gonna just be like challenging anybody and everybody that agrees to arm wrestling with or without wagers.
Nice. Yeah. I'm sure at one point even Medotius like nudges you and like knocks you off balance and even tries to engage in some large dog horseplay. Seeing a canine-esque creature of similar size.
Emery was just so excited about the dog because it has been a long time since she has been that's what she used to do, is train dogs with her brother. And so she's just like, "Oh, you're so cute."
To Nash?
No. to the Cerberus-like creature.
You come to learn that actually, when it comes to Cerberus, every head is named. So the heads are Mad, Dot, and Tius. That's why his name is Medotius.
Nice.
They all have their
So you
own
got a
separate
happy one,
satience.
an angry one, and an angsty one?
That's cute. That's fun.
So, yeah, the night is full of revelries, and the following day full of work as you help take care of your home.
Before the night is over, would you be willing for me to do like one check to see if I make any money in the arm wrestling?
Sure.
Nice.
Hey, somebody's got to make money.
I need you to give me give me a deception or a streetwise check.
What?
Because you're trying to make money. That means trying to be sly about how strong you are, not just like, I mean...
Oh, like trying to pool shark them, you mean? I mean,
Yeah.
It should be obvious.
Exactly.
I think his
That's
point-
why it's not just a brawl check or a athletics check to make money.
Yeah, I think his point is no
Uh,
one's gonna bet against
deception.
you otherwise.
Or streetwise, you said? Where the fuck is my streetwise?
Deception or streetwise.
Yeah, they're both the same roll. Did I get a good night's sleep last night?
Yep. Get that boost die.
Ooh. 2 and 4.
Yeah, as the night goes on, well, one, most people here are flotsam, so they're dirt poor.
Yeah, that's why I said with or without
Yeah.
wage.
But, you know, there's there's a fun to it. The giants get involved with it too, and so surprisingly enough, you do end up making 50 silver.
Nice.
As I mentioned before, the next day is followed with continued working on the manor, getting it all into ship shape. Several people are assigned as runners to go and start making connections with people up at the Velvet Petal, working with Friendly, and he starts vetting people that you've kind of started to bring in mass towards the towers to see what he could actually use with them, and he uses a little bit more of his keener presence to filter out people who might not necessarily be the best of hires for some of the sensitive jobs. And so while that is going on, there are a couple of folks that get hired on that you guys start to see a little bit more and get a little bit more familiar with, that are going to be like wait staff and pages and clerical. So a couple of people that are now needing to be signed off by Emery to be able to go downstairs, to be able to pull books or look something up, to get. There's some people that are getting assigned to being runners for like the resources and stuff like that. You see Friendly starting to send off lists of things that are needed from Bushman Farms for just raw resources, or from Chettlecorp to be able to staff this place, like paper and ink and chairs and all that sort of stuff. And as time moves on, eventually there is one of the Flotsam comes by, and excuse me, Ilya, I do believe it is you that I was supposed to reach out to as far as kind of the head of your band. Sorry, but mayhaps I should be going to Emery?
Emery is the smarter one.
Oh, you see, so I was tasked with letting you know that Oriane Pugine is at the door and is we'll be seeing her in soon, according to, if that works for you guys. She's actually in the waiting room for your meeting with her.
Who's that again?
Okay.
I'll see her in once you are ready. Yep.
Gonna gather the folks.
So Oriane Pugine is an executive who is the head of alchemical biomancy at A&B.
Ah, exciting. Well, I'll definitely be there. And we haven't have we met Orion before?
Yes.
Or it's we have.
You met Oriane Pugine and Simeon Lavach, who are the bosses of Sponge and Marcely Kinguarin.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm excited.
So, as you guys gather up, who all do you want in the room? Friendly
So I was going.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Are we at the Spire?
I assume
Is that where
everyone
we're
is
meeting?
available at the Spire and is going to meet in one of their office rooms. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if there aren't already guards outside the door for the meeting, that's where I would be, or I'd be like guarding the basement door and cycling between, helping with heavy lifting and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, there aren't really guards aside from the two out front. There's one giant at each of the entrances of the building itself, but not for the office.
All right, I'll stand outside the office doors then.
You know, I'm definitely in there.
Wretch?
He's not here right now, so just assume that you will be in the room. But
Oh, he's Austin's.
he had to
stepped
leave
away.
for a second, but he'll be back.
All right. I was wondering about it. It's like oddly quiet. Okay.
Definitely be there.
Okay. And do you guys want friendly in this space?
I would like that, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Feel like his words have more weight.
Yeah. It's always nice to have your manager in the room, right? As long as he's got your back.
Okay. Second. So
That, and I feel like if this is concerning the citizenry, we don't have to worry too much about him hearing it.
Yeah.
where is my? So I had a very specific things in too many different spots.
So many things and stuff and...
So many things and spots.
Whoa, don't bring up those spots.
Black spots.
No spots here.
Oh.
Trying to get rid of those.
Here it is. I think. Somewhere else. Here it is. Okay. Sorry about that. So a yellow-skinned, freckled, 5-foot-tall woman is led into the room with a very well-tailored, it's kind of like pre-colonial, but pretty close to colonial fit, kind of dress. Very professional looking. She has dreads and techno pattern skin grafts that cover burns. And it appears that even though you see those on her face, she's wearing gloves, and her dress goes all the way down to her wrists, and she's got like that small cuffs down there as well. And it's very form-fitting on her arms. She holds several portfolios and has a side satchel as she steps into the room. Kind of her clothes are like almost like a deep navy, almost with a tinge of violet to them. And looks about the space. There's this particular meeting room sits like 8 to 10 people, sort of thing, with a window in the back showcasing the city escape towards the woodlands from here.
Hi, welcome. It's so nice to see you again. Welcome to our spire.
Yes. My, you have really done a good job bringing this place to its former glory. I respect that. You've always shown yourselves as folks who are willing to put in the elbow grease, but I'm glad to see that you have risen to your status. It is well deserved. May I sit?
Kiss ass.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Goes ahead and sits down at the the foot of the table, the door that's sitting at one of the ends. It's closest to the doors. The end. Well, we have managed to make quite some progress of your inquiry. Dare I say, we have concocted something that just may get you to what you need. But, like with everything, trials and tests can only get you so far. Especially when you don't have the appropriate subjects. She kind of opens up several portfolios in front of her to try to get her notes situated. And her bag kind of like has a bit of a crinkle of glass in it as she sets it down as well. We have devised a particular series of concoctions that we suspect, if applied in the right order, may help you neutralize this parasite.
That's wonderful news.
However, the ingredients are, quite frankly, either a mystery or are very hard to get.
Makes sense.
We believe that with a proper source of the original osmium that was dumped into the lake that created the black spot, we believe we could create one of these injections.
That's what was originally dumped into the lake. Was it osmium?
Correct. One second. Friendly leans over towards you, Emery, and goes, I was able to determine, using a little bit of leverage from Cheto Corp, what specifically was corrupting the osmium and making it into grayscale.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if now is the appropriate time to be divulging this to our friends here, but let's just say that as reparations for killing Bon Vionai, they did agree to pretty handedly tell us what was in there.
Okay.
We may have to work out with them to getting a sample ourselves.
Okay, that's great.
Additionally, with testing done with what was provided, we believe a corrupted molting pearl would be useful as another step in this injection series. Two more steps that can be done in this series, in the right order, would be a serum crafted from the tears of a true weeping willow. And the saliva of a black dragon.
Of course.
Did we get Tears of Weeping Willow?
You did?
Yep.
For Diala.
Yep.
So you know
Jeez.
someone who has some.
Well, that's interesting that she wanted those. These things have certainly come up before.
That was like quest 1.
Yeah. Interesting.
I didn't exist.
Don't we already have saliva of a black dragon? No? It was worth a try.
Well, I'm not taking one on a date again.
So, if we believe that if the applicators are applied in the right order, having all of them, success is near certainty. Ideally, you would inject the tear concoction into Cinder, making him temporarily inedible to the parasite. You would inject the host with a host with the lightning from the Black Realm concoction. Sorry, with the corrupted osmium concoction, luring the parasite to its original appetites. And then you must very quickly inject the corrupted molten pearl concoction. Lastly, inject the parasite with the saliva concoction. As it stands, each ingredient adds 30% chance of success, assuming it is applied correctly.
Okay.
For each ingredient you have, that means that your chances of success go up to 120%.
Sure.
But if you're missing an ingredient, if something breaks, you stick it in the wrong person, those sorts of things, lower your chances, obviously. So even if you only get 3, you get 90% chance. You'll roll a d10, and on anything other than a 1, it would be a success. Now, working in line with our Black Spot department, we do have some interesting considerations. We were working on a universal vaccine that we believe could have been created with patient 0. We believe that the universal vaccine could replace any one of these 3 steps. We could use it to synthesize any one of these 4 steps.
Oh, okay.
Or, if you replace your current theorized host with patient 0's new form, that will effectively give you a free success of one of the steps.
Wait, sorry.
So basically, if you guys get Shilatu as the host instead of Herondadrolf, you get 1 free success in your chances of this working.
Got it. Trying to write this all down. Sorry.
Of course, we don't have Shilatu, so we can't create the universal vaccine.
Sure. Well, we happen to know. Let's see what strings we can potentially pull on that front with our friends. But can't make any promises until we have a chance to talk to them.
At this point, I will leave it to you to acquire these different substances. Shuttlecorp, I'm sure, can be of great assistance in that regard.
This has been so helpful. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. And if you are interested in helping us create a universal vaccine, we'd be more than willing to get a head start on that. If a subject that we could derive it from could be procured.
If you were able to make the universal vaccine, how would you use it? Would you be able to help the city?
Of course, we would market it at its current value and put it out for anyone who needs it that can afford it. And excuse me?
What is its current value?
Well, it currently doesn't exist, honey.
Well, sure, but I mean, you sell it at cost?
No, we would not sell something like a universal vaccine at cost. And something that obviously, I mean, with such research that's going to have to go into it, a final cost couldn't be made. Since, especially seeing as the original resource to create it would be finite, we would have to figure out what sort of continuity program in resourcing needs to be in place to develop not only what we learned from the original host, but to allow us to continue to make an equally useful product in the future from more sustainable resources.
Sure.
I'm sure that there are plenty of similarities with the creature that is Patient Zero, and from the alchemical processes Mastercraft ended up using, as well as Tekeknu genetics that we could incorporate biomantically into this for foreseeably a long-lasting universal vaccine. It's all theoretical, of course, at this point.
Sure. Well, I think that I don't have anything else I can think of to ask. I don't know if anybody else has anything.
I think that she said that they couldn't make the universal vaccine because they didn't have Shalatu.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I think that we have to speak to Vivigeni regarding either a corrupted molting pearl or a getting Shalatu, because Cinder is his problem too, being Tekeknu.
And the universal vaccine would be curing others of the black spot, which hopefully he'd be understanding of that, even if his people haven't been as negatively impacted.
Yeah. But, he's probably got business dealings with people who are, and carrying the black spot, carrying Cinder is going to solve his problems in the woodlands.
Okay.
We'll friendly addresses Orion goes, "Thank you so much for your time. Clara will be seeing you out. We have obviously have much to talk about for next steps, but getting us in the right path. You are a blessed angel, Orion. Truly Valkyrie in heart." She goes, "Oh, shush." And she's dismissed from the room, and Friendly turns to you guys. Vivigani is not going to like to give up Shalatu. That is most for certain. Corrupting Pearl, much easier to get out of him, I think.
Sure.
That being said, there's more to it than the last time that you guys checked in with Vivigani. You see, not only is Shalatu a member of the Natari, but he has become somewhat of a symbol of divine providence from Scrot in the eyes of many folk in Lemoore. It gives him massive sway over the church, and therefore the commoners. Now, Chateau Court. What I was able to determine is that the linkages that they use to develop, that they use to connect their mechanistries to the biological host. The linkages are what the osmium is designed for. And they are finite in how long they last. And it sounds like the linkages eventually get filled up with the consciousness of the ones who wore them. And then that is what has so-called corrupted them and was used as was dumped away as waste.
Oh.
I think there are two ways we can deal with this. One, we can use the linkages from Chettlecourt. The other way is maybe a little bit less tasteful. I am sure there are the dead and discarded amongst the flotsam. Maybe even outside, some folks still have held to old practices of burial. There may be hundreds-year-old corpse in the graveyard as well. They could have linkages too.
So, grave robbing.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand correctly. Friendly wants us to get... So osmium, is that the source of the black spot? Or a potential cure for it? I'm a little confused, because I know he wants us to get it.
So, the source of the black spot was... This corrupted osmium was dumped into the lake, and this magical creature effectively ate it, and it combusted and digested as a catalyst into the parasite, and the byproduct of that was the black spot when the Bonveona died. Like, it created an ichor.
Right, so the black spot is a disease as a result of the parasite. The parasite formed when Big Squid Monster ate osmium, which is basically like depleted mercury, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good...
Or used mercury.
Yeah, it's a good analogy. And then effectively the way that the cure is going to work is that... is that one too far? Okay. So there's 4 applicators, right? You gotta inject Cinder so the thing is not eating Cinder anymore. It's like, blah, can't eat Cinder. And then you inject something else with the tasty remnants of what this thing was born from that lures the thing out. Then you inject the corrupting molting pearl, which is going to be a super evolution sort of thing. You inject that quickly into the same new host so that they have a chance to fight off this parasite as it's coming into their body. And then you inject the saliva of a black dragon into the parasite while the host's body is fighting.
And the dragon that is around the city is not a black dragon, right?
You've never seen it, but all of your data points towards it being a brown dragon.
That's what yeah, okay.
And then you have heard of glass seal from several sources as a white dragon.
Sure. Okay. So we haven't heard of a black dragon yet. that I can recall.
No, but you could ask around. I happen to know a couple of facts that I was thinking would be useful. Did I mention that your compatriot was a bit of a scam, and I bought R&D 6 at a steal of a price?
You bought R&D 6?
The property, yes.
That was an interesting choice.
Well, it was a wasteland, and therefore no one wanted to clean it up. So I took it and said, hey, we're, as part of the crown, invested in interest into cleaning it up, because it's going to toxify the space.
Super fun site.
He bought a super fun site, yeah. But also I knew about, because of you, about the portal to the Black Realm there.
Sure, yeah. Yep.
Do you know anything about black dragons?
Not a lick.
I could check.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you
we,
good. Roll either knowledge nature or knowledge dark.
And get 4 boost dice because I'm in the thing.
Well, you could go downstairs, and that would be you going downstairs and reading up on
sure.
them.
That's fine. Oh, you know what? I don't yet, but rather than you telling me, I'll figure it out myself. 3 and 1.
3 and 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So, being someone who has worked heavily with, like, the dark creatures that haunt the night and stuff like that up in the Gnarlwood, you know a little bit about, like, fairy tales and, all of the haunting, scary stuff, including black dragons. So a couple of the things that you know about black dragons are as follows. Were you gonna ask something, Andrew?
no, I was just gonna make a joke, but it's too late now.
Damn it.
Aww.
I'm so sorry. So what you've learned is that black dragons are known for a couple of different things, but let's see 1 second here. Oh, that's there. They are known as a devourer of souls and a stealer of dreams. And that's what's like the boogeyman of people while they sleep is the black dragon.
Great.
Sounds like my ex.
But you know a little bit more about, like, how do they actually operate with that role. They actually have a sleep breath. Their breath puts people to sleep.
That bad.
Yeah. It also animates objects explosively.
Oh.
But they feed on shadows and the essence of souls. And so what they do is they put people to sleep and eat their shadows.
Wow.
Yeah. However, even though that's probably what's, like, most well known about black dragons is, like, oh man, they're terrifying because they travel at night as a black thing in the sky and then drop down and everyone falls asleep and dies. There are tales of them being guardians. And those tales are that they are guardians against the perverse. The weird thing about those old scripts that you've read about them being guardians against the perverse is they referred to the perverse as the Black Realm.
Okay. So, and that's where the black portal leads, potentially? Or...
Yeah. We'll say that that second section is what friendly says.
Sure.
After your roll, and kind of with this back and forth conversation.
Sure.
It is said that they are guardians against the perverse, or maybe even the Black Realm. I've done some research since we've arrived here in the tower on this Black Realm. I was very concerned about it. Maybe even a bigger issue than the Grave Slaked, which is fair enough. And these black dragons came up. I think the Black Realm is a place not unlike Dwelling, where the Aegis was torn away and the land was consumed by the perverse.
Interesting.
A place like that would be overpopulated with profane. I think these black dragons have set up in the script gates across Dwelling and other planes thresholds to the Black Realm. That is my suspicion.
Wow. That is a lot of intel.
So we should look for the Black Dragon at the spot in RND6 that had a portal to the Dark Realm? Black Realm? Blacklands?
I think you have two options. Two obvious options. You could certainly check in with Shuttlecorp. They have procured many different substances throughout the world. And see if they happen to have a contact. Or you could go into the Black Realm and see if you can find a black dragon that way. I don't know how the Osmium made it here. But I also know is that osmium comes from the Black Realm. One might ask themselves, how was it being procured?
Sure.
Oh, geez. I suppose they'd have to... Someone would have to travel there at some point.
Well, maybe that explains why. Because was it Shuttlecorp who was R&D6 from Shuttlecorp? Right?
No, R&D6 was from A and B.
Oh, it's A and B.
But remember, A and B stumbled across it.
Okay.
They
And
were...
Shuttlecorp probably knew about it.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
I imagined that one of these companies would want to, if they discovered the Black Realm and the value of it, would come back and want to buy this property at exponentially higher cost. But I also think that, unfortunately, we do not have the luxury of selling it. My suspicion is that we're going to have to continue with our original conversation about getting an onyx from the Ecclesia out here to close it somehow.
Sure.
What's the Ecclesia?
The Ecclesia is the super race-based government of the Onyx that lives deep under the Highlands.
Okay. I probably shouldn't be in... Well, I don't know if I shouldn't, but kind of have a blood feud with the Onyx as a people. That's going to be difficult.
Well, a problem for another time. The portal is there for now, and ye have matters that are more suited to your skills close by. So, it looks like your tree has borne fruit.
Yeah, this is a lot. And a lot of new leads that'll actually give us some concrete headway on the cinder problem. I think it's great.
Of course, you can always roll the dice and see what happens. I know that you have this drop set up, and you can potentially bring him back here as a host and take these take this flight of treatment at that point in time. You could try one shot with a 30% success rate. It's dicey. Ultimately, it is your call, though. I'm not going to weigh in.
I think we need to get all.
Get as much as we can.
Yeah, I think we get all four if it is possible, if it is within the realm of our ability, get all four, because curing Cinder is the most important thing for us. I have some business in the Black Realm myself, but that is a less pressing issue.
Less time sensitive.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to make a decision today. But it sounds to me like your problem in the forest is only getting worse. So, the sooner the better.
Sorry.
Course of action. What would you like to? Where would you like to start, and how can I be of assistance?
Would you be able to get us an audience now with Shuttle Corp, since they seem to be able to get us potentially at least the osmium, if not the saliva? We could at least ask on that front.
We could certainly set something up, but they're going to demand something in return if they're going to relinquish to you their kind of proprietary materials. Now, they still owe us quite a bit from what has happened, and they were dumping this stuff, so I imagine this particular ingredient won't be too hard to come by. But I will go ahead and twist their wrists and make it happen. So right now, you guys have... I think you guys have plenty of gratitude to be able to force a meeting with Shuttlecourt. So he can go ahead and do that. It'll just cost the gratitude. Let's see here.
Okay. What if we just ask nicely for a meeting, then does it not cost anything?
No. So that, yeah, okay, so yeah, you guys have 60 gratitude with Shuttlecourt. And it'll cost you guys 20 to do a meeting, I believe. With one of the leaders.
Believe you.
Nope, it's only 10. There, thank you. Yeah, so you guys can arrange a meeting with a Shuttlecourt leader. Very well, I will get that arranged. It will be a little bit of time.
Of course. Busy schedules and all that. Big, important businessmen over there.
not Chettle. It's a
Chettle Corp.
Mastercraft is what you wanted to do, right? You said Chettle, I think.
Well, you were saying Chettle Corp is the one who has the osmium.
I misspoke. Mastercraft Tectonics is the one who does the linkages and would have them
Oh, okay.
all like that. Yeah, sorry, I just misspoke. I was saying Chettle when I meant Mastercraft. Chettle
Okay.
Corp is the one who has... They would be the ones who would be like, we can get you guys, like, pure osmium. And they could probably hunt down, like, saliva of a black dragon. They're the ones who are, like, they procure ingredients for the companies. But since the thing that you guys are asking that is necessary for one of the components is a byproduct. It's like a used thing from one of the companies. So that's Mastercraft. So,
Okay. That's where I was getting confused. I thought it was all Chettle Corp, so.
no, sorry about that. I totally misspoke there.
All good.
I wish I was better at that.
You are fine. You also did say Mastercraft Tectonics. I just...
So yeah. Gratitude. Okay, and then your guys' gratitude is with Mastercraft is at 36, so you guys have plenty for a meeting still.
Okay.
Did you guys want to arrange a meeting with Chettle Corp as well to see if you guys can get a Saliva the Black Dragon lead?
Yeah. We should also try to get in contact with Vivigani about getting a corrupted molting pearl.
Okay. And
Yeah.
your guys' current standing with him is 65. Scales. It will probably cost you guys some gratitude to Jones that out of him, but you guys have been working with him pretty consistently for a while, so you guys will probably be able to do something new too.
Yeah, I think it would be good to have a conversation with him about Shalatu and see what he thinks. As well, because it sounded like if we could convince him to help out and by giving Shalatu so that we can get a universal vaccine, that's good for the good of the city as well as helping us with Cinder. So.
Yep. Okay.
Talk to all the people.
Absolutely. And that leaves
Dial
Diala.
for the tiers.
Well, so we got the tiers for Diala, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So where
she
did
might
we
have
get-
some left over
Where did we get the tiers before, though? It was like...
In the forest,
from a weeping
you
willow.
tracked one down, and they were like... You ended up having to go to the Asa Wayloon, and then one of them was like, "Oh, my boyfriend is off in the woods," and you guys ended up tracking him down, and it was out by there, and you found some of the endangered weeping willows,
It made him cry.
and it was their sap.
That was just, whether, could they go to Diala or get it from the forest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can we take a small break?
Yep, I was actually gonna right about to say that. So we'll take a 10-minute. We'll start back up at 8:10.
Okay.
Cool. Hello. Oh wait.
Yep.
Oh wait.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Okay. Cool.
Yeah, turn this back on. Uh-oh.
Oh no, Char's got
Can you
zoomies
hear-
upstairs.
Ashara stomping around above.
She has recently started to have to learn how to use a ramp to get into the bed, and she's not having it.
Oh.
She is very afraid of it and like very grumpy about trying to use it.
We have seen some pretty astonishing progress though. If I get her onto it, she will get up it to the bed at this point.
She is a very good girl.
The hardest part is that we don't really have the right space for it. Like it almost goes down straight into the wall. So it's not like she has
Yeah.
a running path up it or anything like that. But they're doing good.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have her
Give
bed.
her a forehead kiss for me, since I'm not there.
You gotta do it.
Alright.
I got the butt.
Oh, she's turning.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes. Andrew, you back?
I've been here the whole time.
Okay. So, Friendly has a list of missives to send off to get some meetings. Diala, you guys can just go see if you want to at any point in time at her club. So she's not an exec. And yeah. So at this point, you guys have a few more days of working around at the spire. And on the evening, just at about twilight, you guys see a figure circling in the sky over the tower and drops. At the last moment, wing splayed, lands on the bridge to the upper floor entrance. You guys can be wherever you want at this point. But what do you do?
Was it a dragon that just landed?
A draken. A greater draken. Humanoid being.
One guy
Okay.
that we invited.
Ah, okay. That's different. I just heard wings and flying and
On edge.
Mm-hmm.
It's a black dragon.
Mm-hmm. And it's spitting at you.
Convenient, but yeah, also not.
wish everyone get their buckets. Yeah, I'll greet him. I'm the de facto leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you...
What?
Go ahead.
The doors, the great steel doors open, and you see on this arched bridgeway this figure. Not quite as big as Bull, but a pretty powerful figure. The wingspan obviously bigger than Bull. And through the light, the light is reflecting off of his bone white, no, even whiter than that, snow white scales and horns, and off of his pure white armor. And the only parts of it not white are like an what's the word for it? A vibrant light blue, almost robin's egg. Bits of gems set in his armor with golden filigree similar to your own. About his neck there is a medallion that seems to stick just under the cusp of the breastplate. He looks to be sizing you up from afar with his bright blue eyes.
Oh,
Nice.
What did you say?
I'm cooler.
hello. I am Ilio. And this is Emery. And Nash and Reg. That we're all together.
You guys all peek out of the doorway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
I received your missive begging an audience. Kind of looks down and around the tower. Would you have us talk out in the open on this bridge?
No, you're welcome to come inside.
Do your words beget action? He seems to be a very, literal person. And is just waiting for you to walk inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk inside, kind of gesture.
Yeah, he follows. You just go and find an office room.
Yeah, office room to sit down. Just jog my memory about why I wanted to talk to this guy. He became the head of some corporation.
So he had apparently flew in and basically challenged one of the other Draken that was sitting on the board at A and B and murdered them in plain sight and threw their corpse out of the air into the streets.
Hell yeah.
And the thing is that Grimnod has a brown Draken, Greater Draken spawn on all of the company's board of executives. So he came in, murdered one of them, and was like, I'm the executive, I'm filling this chair now. It's mine. And apparently, none of the other Draken have made a move against it as of yet.
I kinda kai. Yeah, I'll just open with that. You and I have something in common that we killed a spawn of Grimnod, although the consequences for my actions ended up being quite dire for the people a little more. But we may have a common enemy in Grimnod, and wanted to learn a little bit more about you, what your intentions are leading A and B Corp.
What was his name? I'm sorry.
Sigbalot.
Sigbalot?
Mm-hmm. The meeting room is large and spacious with a giant window of the city. And he never sits. He paces over towards the window and looks out, looking back. And he seems like he's hesitantly walked through each little area, kind of assessing the threats and traps of the space as you guys have moved him through, and looking at the collateral of the different flots and the keepers and stuff, and this kind of maintained being out of reach of Nash and whatnot, the threatening figures on his guard. Weirdly enough, no like sword or like any sort of like melee weapon on him.
He is the weapon.
So for this meeting, I would be standing guard at the door again.
Okay, so you leave the room.
You wouldn't want to stand guard against him? Look at this guy.
Well, Ilya's in there.
He'll break me like a
Yeah,
twig.
I'm pretty tough.
Look at him.
Yeah, he's just a lizard.
Alright, I guess I'm the only one afraid of him.
Maybe if you guys attack him, I gotta keep people out.
These are weird meetings where we're attacking people.
Sigbalot speaks and goes, A and B's he goes, the A and B chairman space. It is a perch in society. I find the space useful for examining my prey and examining my competition.
Jesus Christ.
I do not have plans with it in the way the others seek to entangle themselves with the city. I am always ready to be borne aloft. Kind of looks at you again. Give me a leadership roll.
Oh, jeez. Ooh, that pick goes hard. One. Wait, does the warm bed thing give me a boost die?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
But none of our just general spire things don't help with it.
Oh, you do get 4 boost dice right now from the Spire benefits. It's a social check.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, hell yes. Okay, I forgot that.
I was like, you need that right now. Just so you
Yeah,
know.
So that's 5 blue, right? 'Cause
So 5 total blue. Yep.
One. Okay. Horseshoe.
oh boy.
4 and 3. Excuse me.
Nice. So the information that Emery passed along earlier proved useful. The Draken looks over and goes, He goes, the taking of this seat was more important than the seat itself. It is a statement of place. A statement to rectify a wrong many turns past. And you recall that there was a white dragon named Glacial that used to own this territory. They got pushed out. And so you can probably deduce, based off of his temperament, that he's probably related to Glacial in some way.
Well, you can certainly sympathize with righting wrongs. And Grimnod is most deserving of that kind of recompense.
Indeed, for actions past. But mayhaps for actions intended, for plans. That is not without purpose she seats the dragon on each of these hills and merges them with the goings-ons of the dwellers.
So, are all of the other dragon? This is just me asking. Are all of the other dragon on the council's brown dragon as well, or is it?
Every one of them is a brown dragon except him.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And none of them have a purpose either. All of the other executives are like, they're the executive of this, they're the executive of finance, but so on and so forth.
They're the dragon.
And then there's the draken that's on the executive.
They're the token draken that's required by.
Yeah.
The dragon overlord. Got it. Okay.
But by them that shall not be named. The grave.
Oh, they're named.
Very.
Right. The grave slaked isn't. There will be many, many more.
Grave slaked?
Grimnod the Grave Slaked. It's her title.
So she's pretty tough.
Your cattle. Tell me. Why do they not run?
They're cared for. They don't even know they're in danger.
They don't know they're in danger. I'm sure you can smell it, small one. The iron in the air of the butcher. The dew of the grass. The cattle know what is to come, but they don't know what is beyond the fence. The draken are grooming. You think Grimnod is the problem. Grimnod is. But there is a greater threat. My progenitor is many things. One would not consider them weak. Grimnod did not just slight Glacial. They coupled.
Oh.
Oh.
dragon culture, there are many things your kind do not understand. Draken are the offspring of dragons. But to beget a dragon requires 2 dragons. Glacial consented. Grimnod has prepared of Lemore in her den, her lair, a place for hatching.
Don't love that.
Lemore is to be the bounty to raise the children and prepare them for a much more fierce world beyond. It is a training grounds.
A world beyond Lemore, or a threat that is greater than Grimnod.
If what my progenitor says is true, and Grimnod has a clutch, there will soon be many dragons, all competing for their own space. Territorial apex predators. I believe each of these company hills, I believe she's trying to figure out how to use them as territory for the hatchlings. The idea is hard for my kin to understand, but I have been able to grasp it. Not a domain of space, but a treasure hoard built of servants and of wealth and towers. It is a good trial for a young dragon, but as the dragons grow, they will compete with each other. They'll fight over it, and eventually there will be again one dragon in Lemore, if there is still a Lemore.
May I ask you something? I hope it's not rude. But is Glacial still alive? Or did they just vacate, or?
Give me a charm check with 5 boost dice.
Sure, why not? Throw all the boost dice on there. Look what I can get. 2 and 4.
Well, I rolled 1 and 6.
Ah.
Kind of looks at you, a bit angrily. You'll get a setback on your next check.
Okay.
Goes, of course, Glacial is strong. He knows when the odds are stacked against him and has abdicated this space. But to the likes of Grimnod, a worm that has not been given the benefits of flight. This creature, it's a relatively low value den, the likes of Glacial. By the way, Stornholt, who runs the armor shop, by the way, he's the one who's had his limbs ripped off by Glacial back in his adventuring days.
Oh, wow.
Small world.
Small.
What are your intentions?
Pilgrim nod.
He smiles, and you see his razor-sharp teeth kind of leering through it. He kind of gives like an excited breath. He kind of looks like like how lizards will like open their mouth to like ventilate and stuff. He kind of has like this like moment, kind of like in this picture.
That's fair. That's hilarious.
I wish you success.
Question. We have not fought a dragon before. I understand. Hardly call the way I killed Grimnod's spawn really a battle. What weaknesses, if any, would a bronze dragon have?
Brown dragon.
Brown.
Amongst the dragons, there is balance. Black dragons, he goes, green dragons feed upon bright, bright upon black, and black upon green. Brown dragons feed upon white, white upon red, and red upon brown. And blue are cast into the sea. It is not generally spoken outside of our our kin. Such things. Give me a leadership or negotiation roll.
Five success, 3 advantage.
Nice. But a brown dragon, their acid is flammable. Not to a candle or a torch. It takes a true flame, such as the breath of a red dragon, to ignite
What about magical fire? Like my sword.
When potent enough, magic has been known to refine fire to the point that can ignite it. But you should know, to pursue Grimnod in her lair, to attempt to light her acid of flame, it is not just flammable, it is rather explosive. To light it would probably cause great harm to her, but also to everyone around. So it is like, whose health pool is bigger?
So, hypothetically, so what we do, we catch her during a nap. We have like 100-foot long rope as a fuse, and I light one end, and then we run.
This is getting very like Tom and Jerry-esque
Right.
in my head.
To circumnavigate a brown dragon, you must be also wary of its poison breath. It is.
Yep, it.
It is a cloud of gas, non-flammable, that wrecks organic tissue, whereas the acidic bile of this creature melts most surfaces, especially metals. And in cases, even magically reinforced metals. But brown dragons do not have flight. And thus, a red dragon, if able to pry a brown dragon from its hole, can breathe at it from the air without concern of repercussion. Brown dragons are unique. They burrow. And in their lair, they will set out their hoard in vats of acid to be resolidified later at their call. The space will be toxic to breathe, and every moment you'll have to worry about tremors from her movement, dislodging vats of acid.
Good thing we've got a hot air balloon.
Yeah.
Grimnod has made herself comfortable in the smokestacks of the mine shafts of the mountain. She has cowed the people, and even them, whose pride matches that of Drakenkin. The Onyx have been cowed most of all. Susceptible they are to her bile, and crippled to be made her most close slaves.
I don't know.
So, the brass tacks is the Onyx probably hate Grimnod the most, but are the most afraid of her. Because they are very long-lived and they don't reproduce. And she's been basically turning them into rock piles by burning out all of their linkages and all of their metals with her acid spit.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys learned in one of the Onyx mansions, there was an access way to the mines from the back of the mansion.
True.
What? We have our work cut out for us, but we knew that. And we do have some lead on where we may access her.
Do we dare ask him to help us?
You're welcome to help us kill Grimnod when the time comes.
Give me a negotiation roll.
He seemed pretty excited about it. You could tell from the way his mouth opened.
Mm-hmm.
One triumph, 2 success, and 7 advantage.
Nice. He looks at you. Our odds together will indeed be much greater than the parts alone. I have power over air and water that could be useful to you. Provide respite from the poisonous fumes. I will go with you under one condition. Because under 2 conditions. The first, if there is a white egg, you are not to touch it. It is mine to deliver to Glacial. Two is that our pact will be signed and notarized by a devil.
Hold on. Why a devil?
A devil's pact is binding.
Oh, that I won't kill any white dragon eggs?
Indeed.
What? Okay. I mean, are brown dragons inherently evil or destructive?
Are you asking him that, or?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to say yes, but...
Our kind are predators. No more, no less.
Well, I find the concept of destroying eggs immoral. And I think we're obligated to not do that, right? Like we have an oath to to sapient creatures as a whole, and I think that would cover not destroying dragon eggs. I mean, we don't want Grimnod. We don't want to kill Grimnod because she's a brown dragon. We want to kill Grimnod because Grimnod is evil.
I will deal with the brown eggs since you cannot. And we will both be appeased.
Fair enough. I don't think that Wretch. I think Wretch would find the concept of a deal with the devil to be unforgivably abhorrent. So I don't think he's going to be able to sign that.
So the deal would be notarized by a devil. So the devil would look it over and sign it. And it's kind of like if you were to like try to make a deal with someone and have a lawyer look it over.
Oh, they're just a third party.
Yeah.
Like an arbitrator of some kind.
Yep.
Okay, so that's different from what I was expecting.
Yeah. No, he's just like, I want to make sure that you burn in hell if you cross me.
Well, I mean, yeah, if that's the case, that shouldn't be any trouble for us to sign.
I mean, Emery would have no issue with it.
Unless, like...
Emery never has an issue with anything.
No, she's just here to read books.
Here for a good time.
Stuff.
I mean, the only reason that we could not fulfill that is if... Well, if they're just white dragon eggs, then no, I don't see that being an issue. Just if somehow, some way, it meant us or them, but I don't see that being a thing.
Yeah. Very well. What was the... Where's the... I heard. It was in my time in this city. I heard of a creature. They call them a seer. Captive to the slag grinder. They might be a useful resource when considering our planning. When we go after Grimnod, it will be final. We will all die, or Grimnod will. There is no medium ground.
I think we made that we make that decision very often.
More often than most should. But it wouldn't hurt to be as prudent as we could and can be and find a seer to help us.
Yeah, we have to cure Cinder, though. There is that.
I do think we have other priorities first. I agree.
Very well. This is something... He goes... A falcon in the sky on a clear day is a hungry falcon. We will not be successful in our hunt if we do not keep this in the dark. Grimnod has... The Graveslaked has many eyes and ears in this city. We shall not indulge them.
As I'm concerned, it doesn't have to... This plot does not need to be known outside of the people in this room. Plus Nash.
Hey, I'm still here.
Ah, okay. I thought you were outside the room.
Well, I'm here outside the room.
Ah, okay.
If you choose to bring in the seer, I would like to be a part of that. Make your preparations accordingly, and you know how to get a hold of me. Until then, good hunting.
Indeed.
Nice.
Oh, weren't we supposed to get XP for the tower? Thought that was the thing that was going to happen.
25 XP for everybody.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
And I think that's your last XP. I think that hits you guys
No.
up at 500.
Don't threaten me.
No.
I've got so much growing to do yet.
Yeah, he's just a wee lad.
Oh boy.
Did your
Just,
token get wider?
just a little guy. Like, we have so much more to learn about the world. And
Now, do I get the ability where I wake up in the morning and I'm twice the size?
Right?
Nash.
Considerations.
And his calves grew 3 sizes that day.
I think it just happens to growing gnomes. Gnomes?
Talents book for the last time?
That's right. You
It's
guys,
cute.
I'll allow you guys to maybe do a little bit of respec for a training montage if you'd like to later. If things aren't working the way that you wanted them to, as long as you still stay truthful to your character's general premise.
It's
Yeah,
Tier 25
I do.
XP, right?
I do have an ability that I have never used. I wouldn't mind rescinding for points back.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with like a respec. You guys can do that with the training montage. I would just like people to look over their kits and think about it for a little bit, and then make a decision together when they would like to do that.
Because I've got the painful blow trait, and I don't understand what it does as it's written.
I can explain it to you if you'd like. But basically, I think that's the one that's like you hit them, and then every single time they do stuff, they take strain.
Yeah, the way it's written is you may voluntarily increase the difficulty by 1 to add 2 stress X to the attack, where X is equal to your ranks in painful blow.
Yeah, so the X is the difficulty. So you got to rank into it, so it would be an easy check for them to try to get rid of it at the end of their turn. The 2 stress means every single maneuver, including their action that they do, costs them 2 strain to do. So until they heal that with a medicine check as a maneuver, or until they heal it as a discipline at the end of their turn, it's one of those ones that really benefits from extra points in it. You know what I mean? But if you're not doing it, you're usually proccing blast and stuff anyways.
Yeah, so it's an incidental. So is the cost the upgrade, or do I need advantage to proc it?
The cost is the upgrade to the check. You don't need advantage.
Okay.
Yep. So I guess, yeah, it doesn't matter that you don't blast, then. Generally speaking.
Maybe I will keep it and try using it.
Yeah,
Because
try
straining people out is an underused tactic.
Yeah, especially for people who are annoying with their spells and surprisingly deflective and stuff. So. Cool. So on our next session, we'll do a little bit with there's a couple of missives that you guys sent out, but do you guys have any idea about, in general, what you would like to do?
I think we need to pursue curing Cinder first and foremost.
Okay. So you're potentially going to get a couple of different options in there, depending on who you talk to. anything that sounds particularly interesting?
I think you want to check with Diala for the wailing, wailing, the willow
The weeping
tears,
willow. Yep. Okay.
weeping willows.
Okay.
And we sent them, like, asked about talking to the folks who had the osmium, or whatever it's called.
Yep.
So I think...
And you'll talk to Vivgeni, and you'll talk to Chetel about the saliva.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we will start next session with that, and see how much time that takes to get through all of that, and see where it sets us up for quests. Cool.
I leveled up already. I got dedication again, this time getting my agility up +1, so I'm not tied for slowest anymore.
Whoa!
I can move 3 spaces.
Nice. You get so something to remember about that. You also get +1 to your defense
Yeah.
with an extra agility.
Hey Josh, I always forget, what are the pros and cons to increasing your silhouette?
Increasing your silhouette makes it easier to hit you. 1 second.
Yeah, I think it makes it easier to hit you. But I don't know what the benefits of having a larger...
Yeah.
It's
1 second.
harder to
Oh,
proc
here's...
abilities on
Yeah.
I
Yep.
found.
It's harder to proc abilities on you. It costs double the amount of advantage. And then also, the larger you are, the more targets you can, like the type of targets that you can grapple. So, traditionally speaking, the grapple action with a grab action, if you have a free hand, you may perform an athletics check to ensnare someone of same or smaller silhouette. So if you're bigger, then you can grab like a 4x4 monster.
Also get the ability that allows me to use a two-handed weapon one-handed.
I had thought about getting that, but it seemed more like it didn't seem that thematic for my character, and also I was thinking about my use cases, and it's like it would be mildly convenient, but not worth like spending all my XP on it.
Yeah, but imagine Nash with 2 of my axes.
No, your character would do a lot better. I was just like, God, I hate pulling out my holy icon and then putting it away and all this stuff. It's like, yeah, but you do that like once an encounter, maybe. +1
But also have to-
agility for everything.
Yeah, then I would also have to get the ability that allows me to make 2 attack
Dual
checks.
wield. Yeah, you'll need to get
Dual
dual
wield.
wield or something like that. Sure. That just sounds so awful to me. That's why your last XP is 20 right now.
Why does it sound so bad to you, Josh?
Because in order for me to have an actual threatening quest, I'm gonna have like 6 dragons. And for me to logically come up with a situation that 6 dragons are in the exact same space.
10 baby dragons hidden all over
I'm just
this-
thinking that
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, 1 out of the 3 of us has to take up the melee for 2 people.
That's
Dude,
not
I'm
how
just
balanced
saying-
parties work. You're like, balanced party is melee, 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 melee.
Hey, I pivoted when we had a lot of melee going on. I was like, all right, I'll lean into the cleric part for the rest of my kit.
Mm-hmm.
what if the dragons are all invited to the same party that we are, and we don't know it? And we show up there, and it's just a bunch of brown dragons hanging out, and like a record scratch, and they're like, "Shit, what are you doing here?"
Right?
Okay,
All right, so you put a max on, I think it was toughened for 5 because of the size matters, or the size matters only works up to toughened 5.
Yeah. So all of that is at the bottom of the cheat sheet. But I
It's
believe
at the bottom of the cheat sheet.
Yep.
Okay.
So in there it says +5. I think it's pretty much all things. Yeah, you may not exceed 5 in a characteristic skill or talent, but grit and tough can go to a maximum of 10.
Oh, okay. They're the ones that can go higher. Okay.
I gotta go let Hazel out, but I did want to mention something, but I didn't want to interrupt Josh again. But I like when you guys were going to your little fucking ceremony and like, this is a joke. I know I was invited and I'm like, my character wouldn't want to do that. But it's like, all right, everybody's going? Everybody? No, it's okay. You guys said a lot of stuff about serving all gods, and I just serve one, so that's okay. All right, but here's your free cloak and your sheriff's badge and your monthly salary, and everyone's going to call you Big Nick McGee. And you also get access to the special clubhouse. And now, what big decisions do you guys want to make while everyone who's important is here? And I'm like, aw, I want to be a magic sheriff. Aw.
Shut up, contractor. You work for money like everyone else.
I just thought that was funny.
That's good. Oh man. Well, hope you guys had a good time answering the call of the hunger, and we'll